Okay, so you should be seeing the screen shortly. And then after I do my presentation, we will have a Q&A answer session. I've invited two of our graduate advisors, Nafisa Lynn from Electrical Engineering and Catherine Inco from Subsea Engineering, as well as Dr. Couture is going to join us, the Associate Dean, for the Q&A session. Okay. Okay, and as I told you all, my name is Miranda Vernon Harrison. I will be your point of contact along with your graduate advisors. So just to begin, what we're going to be discussing today, I want to talk about the overview, what to do whenever you arrive at the university. I also want to go over international student check-in. I want to talk about the prior degree verification. I also want to go over billing and due dates, payment methods, orientation schedule, and we'll talk about question and answers. So to go over some information about the international check-in, the dates have started. Today is actually the first date for international check-in. The dates and location can be found on your screen. Today is the first day, and then July 24th will be located at the Senate Chamber, room 204 in the Student Center North. Then our following August dates are August 7th, the 9th, 13th, and the 14th, which will be in the ballroom in room 210 in the Student Center South. We do have two times for all of those dates, except the time for the 13th, but our times are as follows: 8:30 to 11:30, or 1 to 4. And on August the 13th, the time will be 12 to 5. You only need to attend one of those dates, and you can check out the link as far as campus maps, so you'll be able to find the location of the Student Center North. And if you aren't able to find it online, then you can send me an email and I'll be able to provide that information to you. Now, some of the required documents that you will need proof of admissions, so your acceptance letter. You'll need proof of your legal visa status, which will include your passport, your visa, if you're I-94, your arrival and departure record, if that was issued to you, your UH I-20, and if you attended any previous universities here in the U.S., any former I-20s. If you are a J visa holder, you will need your DS2 2019 for attendance here at UH or any other previous 2019s. And you also, which is rare, but if you are I-797 approval notice, if you have that applicable. So you're going to need to bring all of your documents at the time of check-in. So this is very, very important. Now, regarding your prior degree verification, if you have not submitted your documents by now, you need to submit them in person to the graduate school, which is located in our E. Cullen building, room 102. For domestic students, you need to also have your degree verified. You need to have your official document sealed with your degree that's been certified. And your required documents would be your transcript documents, should be official hard copies in sealed envelopes, all individual semester mark sheets, consolidated transcripts, and degree certificates. If it's not the originals or not in English, you need to have both the original language version and an English translation are required. And then we also have country-specific guidelines, which you can follow the links and see where those are located. and that will give you the guidelines that are needed. Now, as far as your payment deadlines, your payment deadline is August the 14th. If you have not enrolled, the day that you enroll, if it's after the August the 14th date, that will be your due date by 5 o'clock. So whenever you receive your tuition bill, it will be based upon the hours that you are registered for, your residency status, and what program that you're enrolled in. And all of your tuition bills are made available through your MyUH, and it can also be paid online via e-check or credit card. Cash and check payments are accepted at the Welcome Center from 8 to 5 p.m. Monday through Thursday and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Friday. Now, we also have payment plan options. So our two most common payment plans are our installment plans and our emergency deferment plan. Now, if you need to make an installment plan, you are going to receive a $25 non-refundable origination fee. And then you have your 4 dates that your installment plan is due. Now, August the 14th is your first installment due date, which is 1/4 of your tuition bill is due on that date. Now, if you decide to do an emergency deferment plan, we also have like the short-term tuition deferment plan, which is due on October the 4th. We have an emergency deferment plan until November the 19th. And after the 12th class day, you will be charged a 5% annual percentage rate. And if no fees is paid up until in full by September the 5th, which is 12th class date. So now I want to talk about the orientation schedule. So as I mentioned previously, the International Student Check-in session started today, July 17th. Then the next one is the 24th. And our dates in August is August 7th, 9th, 13th, and 14th. Our International Student Orientation will be August the 15th and 16th from 8 to 5 p.m. in the Student Center South, Houston, room 220 on the second floor. And we also have our graduate school orientation on August the 14th. All of our orientations are mandatory. Now, the graduate school's orientation is the only one that requires you to RSVP. So you will receive an email either from the graduate school or your graduate advisor about those dates and the agendas as well. Now, your department orientations will happen the week before class starts. You will receive an email from your graduate advisor and your department with the time, date, and location for that. Now, the college will also have an orientation, and it will be the first Friday after the class starts. So you'll receive information about the time, date, and location for that orientation. Now I want to go over the academic calendar with important dates and deadlines. As you all should know that the first day of class is August the 20th. Your last day of class, last day to add a class is August the 27th. And the last day to drop without a grade would be September the 5th, which is the class 12th class date. Everything after this is pretty much set in stone. If you need to make any adjustments to your schedule, you need to do that at the beginning of the semester. If you have any questions after that, please follow up with your graduate advisors. Now I want to go over just different responsibilities that you will have and who you need to go to in the department. So you have your academic advisors. You have your graduate academic advisors, which are your staff advisors. They'll be able to assist you with your degree planning, which goes over the courses that you need to take throughout your time here to meet the graduation requirements. They'll also review like different policies, their departmental policies, college policies, and university policies. They'll also go over procedures as far as the department, college, and university, petitions, get you familiar with the different documents and paperwork that you may need in the future, as well as different campus resources. Then you also have your faculty advisors. These advisors are faculty members, obviously, but they'll help you with your class selection, your research supervision, if you are a thesis or PhD student. And for non-thesis master students, you will have your graduate program director, who's also a faculty member. Your thesis master students, you have your research supervisor, and your PhD students, you also have a research supervisor. And as of now, you all should have had the opportunity to communicate with your different academic advisors in your departments. But just in case you have not, this is a list of academic advisors in all of the departments. So a month ago, we had the opportunity to have webinar 4, and we had a list of frequently asked questions that I just want to kind of go over with everyone today. One of the frequently asked questions was, how can the student pay for tuition and fees? I've attached a link, but you can pay for tuition and fees with cash, money order, cashier's check, business check, and a personal check, credit and debit cards. And if you do pay with the credit card, there is a 1.59% processing fee for credit and debit cards. Another frequently asked question was, can an agency pay tuition directly to the university? Yes, scholarship checks must be made payable to the university. And you can also visit the Welcome Center to get more information where that needs to be sent as far as the address. Can you please provide information on housing? University of Houston has 4 student housing facilities on campus and 3 apartment complexes on campus owned by private companies, but operated jointly with the university. So we encourage you to please visit our Student Housing and Residential Lives website to find out more information, and I've also provided the link for you. Another frequently asked question was, can you please provide information on insurance? International students with F or J visa status are required to be covered under the University of Houston system, student health insurance plan, or have equivalent health insurance coverage, regardless of the number of hours taken. At the time of registration, the student will automatically be enrolled in a mandatory UHS endorsed student health insurance plan and will be charged for the coverage period on their student financial account. A student may receive a waiver of this requirement if the student's alternative coverage meets the requirements outlined in this policy. I've also provided the link for more information about the student insurance, but if you have any questions, feel free to send me an email and I can also get you that link directly. Now, are incoming students able to participate in Cougar Pathways? Incoming students are able to participate in Cougar Pathway, which is automatically set up for all UH students in their MyUH. Cougar Pathways allows students to connect with career counselors and employers through an easy-to-use appointment scheduler, resume database, on-campus recruiting system, and a job database. Please visit website for more information as well as information regarding on-campus jobs for students. So I've also provided that link. And you should have all received an email regarding these frequently asked questions and the links. But like I said, you're more than welcome to send me an email if you need me to send that to you directly. And as before, I want to encourage everyone to follow us on social media. We have our UH Engineering Cougars Facebook page where it gives everyone an opportunity to meet other students in this college, in the same departments, and just kind of get to know everybody. We also have newsletters that have college-related information, including research news and announcements. So you can go to our college's website and just search newsletters, and there are a list of newsletters based on the college, based on your department, so you're more than welcome to subscribe to that. Now we're going to go ahead and have our question and answer section. And if you have any follow-up questions, please feel free to send me an email at mavernon-harrison@uh.edu, or you're more than welcome to email one of your graduate advisors or the graduate school, and we'll be happy to help you. So go ahead and type your questions and we will read them out loud and answer your questions.
It will be in the chat
portion. Yes. Mm-hmm.
person.
Hi. Welcome. Do you have a question? Hello. Okay, so first question. Can we choose other insurance companies as international students?
You can choose a company as long as it meets the requirements for the F1 visa. There is a specific requirement by Homeland Security people, and it meets the minimum requirement. Then certainly you can choose any good company which is there in US or in your home country. But you have to show the proof of what the coverage is, and if that coverage meets the minimum requirement, certainly you can have it. Or if you are a US citizen and you are on your parents insurance or something, then that can be considered as well. And the objective of those insurances, the healthcare cost in the US is very high. And in the unforeseen event, although you are all young and you will not get involved in any of these things, but in the event of an accident or a illness unforeseen, that this insurance coverage provides you. Otherwise, you will be in big debt and trying to see as to how to pay for that healthcare.
Okay, next question. What is the last date for enrolling for the classes?
It is the first week. She did cover Miranda the Tuesday, which is the August 28th. So it is 1 week, but August 27th or August 28th. Our classes begin on August 21st, and 1 week from that is the time that you can add a class. And 1 week from there, namely within the first 2 weeks, you can drop a class. After that, you cannot even drop the class.
Do we have any more questions?
It covered the coming on the campus and all that.
Mhm.
Well, if you have no more questions, we are looking forward to your coming here. Meanwhile, I do see there is someone has asked a question.
Okay, so I've interviewed for my visa on May 8th, but still haven't gotten my visa. What if I have to arrive late? When's my last date to enter?
So 1 week after this semester begins, August 21st, we ask all students to come by August 14th, which is a week before the classes begin, so that they can attend all the orientations that we do. Our international students and scholar services, they do the orientation. Graduate school does the orientation, as well as the individual departments and the college. So, but if because of the visa you are late more than a week, it will be tough. You will miss the classes, and then to catch up to make up for those classes. So what you may want to do is, in that case, you may want to defer to the spring 2019 if you are going to be later than more than a week. And we will defer your admission to spring of 2019. But let's hope that since you applied in May and we still have almost a month, 4 weeks, that you will get the visa within that time period. And meanwhile, someone is typing the question. I was going to say that we are looking forward to your coming here. And And there is a special request. We know that our students, those who have applied here, they might have offers or admission offers from other universities. And have you decided, if you have decided to go to other schools, please do let us know. Please do let the department or the college know for their own planning purposes if you are not going to be coming after having said yes to the University of Houston. And it's right now, it's hot in Houston. Temperature is 97 degrees Fahrenheit. Whatever it gets converted into maybe 30 degrees Celsius. And it will remain that way until another couple of months. And then it becomes pleasant for next 3-4 months. Winter is mild in Houston, and graduate students are pretty, they are casual as such. No one wears suit and tie or anything unless you are interviewing. But other than that, you will find life pretty enjoyable. You will get to meet with other fellow graduate students. And if there is any other information we can provide, please do let us know. Let's cut it, I think.
Okay, well, thank you all for your questions. If you want to refer back to this presentation, it will be available on YouTube. If you have any more questions, definitely send me an email, as I stated, at mavernon-harrison@uh.edu. Okay, so we have one more question. I'm a little confused about sessions. How can I find out which session I belong to?
You belong to the regular fall session, which will be called Session 1. That's where all of you will be attending. The other sessions are for those students who there are some colleges we offer courses in split session, first 7 weeks or the second 7 weeks. So those sessions are for them. But for you, for all of you who are coming in fall 2018 in College of Engineering, it is Session 1, the regular session which begins on August 1st and ends in the first week of December.
Okay, next question. I've gotten an email for applying for loans today, but all of them need a Social Security number.
Email from loan from University of Houston?
Was the email from the University of Houston regarding the loans?
And if they need the Social Security, you cannot apply because you do not have the Social Security, and you will not get one unless you are working in the US, and you can't work outside the campus for first 2 semesters. You can certainly do jobs on campus whenever they are available, but so therefore you will not get the Social Security. So if there is any loan agency that requires Social Security, you can't apply there. You will get the student ID. That's your only information that you have. But the Social Security you will not receive until you start working in the US. What is the next question?
How can we apply for that without on-campus job?
You can the Social Security will not entertain your request unless there is it is also attached with a job offer. So you cannot apply for Social Security unless you have a job. For on-campus job, they don't get Social Security, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah, we can do that.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, we can check for on-campus job if. So the condition is if you are paid but you are on campus job, would you get the Social Security? And Miranda will find out. Please send her an email and then she will let you know. But if you have no job, then you will not get the Social Security number. The question that I'm not sure if you have an on-campus job, would you be eligible to apply for Social Security? You have outside job, certainly you will get the Social Security. How about the driver's license? And do they get? Can they get without social security number?
Oh, I'm not sure.
We will also ask that that how you can get the driver's license. That might be another thing that the social security may be required, because driver's license is tied to the social security number.
Okay, so she stated that she got an email for applying for loans, and then she put that it is from the university, but recommending 3 banks
Where does it say?
at the bottom.
3 banks. Yeah, so the banks will require. So when the university recommends, there may be many recommendations which may be for our domestic students, not having known what is your status in terms of the social security. But for international students, you may have to apply for loan in your own home country. And if you are eligible, or if you get, many of our students, I know for sure, from India, they come, they get the loan from their own financial institutions.
Okay, to double check for domestic students, there are only 2 orientations, right? August 14th and the 24th. There are actually 3 orientations that you will attend. August the 14th is for the graduate school, so you'll have to attend that one. Your department would also have an orientation that week, so you need to follow up with your advisor to see the date for that. And the college will have the 3rd orientation that you will attend. And it should be that Friday, which will be August the 24th. So you'll receive an email with the time, date, and location for that. But it'll be 3 orientations that domestic students will attend.
And the graduate school orientation is full day or half a day?
They haven't set the schedule yet. I'm thinking it'll be full day because they provide a lunch.
Yeah, they provide a lunch. They will start with a breakfast. We'll give you a plethora of information about Houston, information about the graduate school, and the departmental and the college orientations. Typically, they last hour and a half. What is the...
Okay, so Masa said, thank you. I'll wait for the answer of it. Please let me know. Please send me an email so I can get that answer for you. Do we have any more questions?
Thank you.
Thank you. We're going to go ahead and close out webinar 5. And as I stated before, if you want to follow up or look at the presentation, it will be available on YouTube. If you have any other questions, please send me an email or email your graduate advisors. Thank you.
Ask about that social security. I don't know how it works. I know unless they have a job, they can get, but if they get a job on campus, would they be eligible to apply for social security?